The thick pink line. One lovely night, Mr. Messi was going for a walk in the forest behind the streets of Crime Road. He felt super safe, so he made sure to hum extra loud and rustle the leaves too roughly. Suddenly, he was stopped by two British gas employees. "Hello, lovely evening, isn't it?" said Mr. Messi. They both ignored him. Mr. Messi then said, "Are you both fucking deaf?" he shouted. They continued to ignore him. Mr. Messi then said, "Right, if you're gonna fucking carry one, I'll kick you in the fucking balls." The bastards then pulled out a baseball bat and hit Mr. Messi in his noggin. Mr. Messi was forced into a state of paralysis where he could see everything going on, but could do nothing about it. They then carry him to a British gas van and stuff him in the back. Inside the van, a bottle of stale piss pours down his throat, making him feel worse than he already was. He sighed and thought to himself, "At least bleach would have killed me." The gas employees then drove down the M1 motorway. The only good thing about this kidnapping was the music they were listening to. Also, to take the piss, they drove extra slow. And when the driver behind them tried to overtake them, they served into that lane. The employee that was driving said, "Technically, we're not speeding, so the police cannot do anything to stop us." They stop near a bridge, open the door and let Mr. Messi out. They grab him by the legs and chuck him into the river. Mr. Messi regained full consensus, but was being forced to a deeper part of the river by the current. He tried to scream, but he couldn't underwater. His drowning screams were heard by a distant camper. The camper saw and wondered whether to call for help or not. He ran 7 miles down the road to the nearest phone box. If you remember, this is the 70s, they didn't have phones hanging out their arse pockets back then. Anyway, he called the police and told them his location. He then rushed back because he was busting for a piss. He pissed in the river, completely forgetting about Mr. Messi. The police arrive at the scene 4 hours later because Officer Ernesto needed to go to McDonald's on the way. Farthead looked and said, "What the fuck happened here? I hope whatever has happened is over by 8 p.m. because there's a new episode of Wee and Pooh out tonight." He said Officer Farthead told Father Jack and Ernesto to check the crime scene while he took the witness back to the station. Back at the station, he explained to Officer Farthead that he was trying to have a wank to Captain Haddock in his Tintin book when he heard a splash, and what sounded like Mr. Messi drowning. He said that he saw 2 British gas workers drive off in a van after dropping Mr. Messi in the river. Farthead thanked him and then arrested him for indecent exposure. Eventually, Farthead rounded up 6 suspects: a British gas employee, the fat controller, the I Shot J.R. guy from Father Ted, Winnie the Pooh Bruv, and Aunt Fanny. Farthead spoke to the gas employee first. When the employee saw Farthead, he screamed, "No, you won't take me without a fight." Farthead then replied, "So you confess?" Yes, I do. I stole a bag of crisps from Tesco last month." Farthead looked confused. Then Mr. Boss came out and explained that it couldn't have been him since that employee was working overtime in the office at the time of the crime. The next person they interviewed was the fat controller. Farthead threatened to give Tony tickets to the cinema if he didn't confess. The fat controller said he can't have been the one who killed Mr. Messi because the last night he was on a yogurt stealing spree in Sainsbury's. Father Jack went to Sainsbury's to check the security footage from last night, and sure enough, Fat Hat was robbing Sainsbury's. He was in a thong too. The next person they asked was the I Shot J.R. guy from Father Ted. But he explained that it can't have been him because during the hours of the murder, he was with his friend Jerry Seinfeld and Mr. Bean, and they were seeing where they could put their willies in last night. He then explained he put his in the toaster and burned it. He tried to show them the crusty burnt area, but Farthead yelled, "Okay, I fucking believe you." The next person was Winnie the Pooh Bruv. They tried to force him to confess by taking his honey hostage. But he explained that it wasn't him because him and his gang had no beef with Mr. Messi, and anyway, that night him and his gang had been drowning Lola Bunny and making PSP 5000 watch, so it can't have been them. Farthead and Ernesto left. He then went to speak to Rusty Shackelford, but then his police radio went off. It said, "You stupid cows, the station's on fire." Farthead said goodbye to and rushed to the station. Farthead rushed to the police station. When he arrived, Fireman Sam and the fire service were controlling the fire. What the fuck happened here? Steele explained that someone arsing around committed arson on the station. Elvis explained that they ran out of water, so now they were using piss and gas to put out the fire. Farthead stormed off, He knew he would not be getting that raise from his boss anytime soon. Fart Head decided to head down to Raj's shop at the dodgy end of town. He walked over to the cash point outside of the shop and took 80 quid out of it. He then headed down to the pub for about 5 pints. He headed over to the counter and saw his mate bartender Bert. "Will it be the usual?" he asked. Fart Head nodded. 5 beers for 20 quid. "And 60 quid for that tab you owe me." He handed Bert the cash, but Bert stopped him. He calmly said, Officer, this is a fake. I'm sorry, I cannot allow you to purchase a drink." Fart Head got pissed. He lifted up a table and yelled, "Are you fucking kidding me? I come here after a stressful day for a pint and I can't even have that. What the fuck, is this Nazi Germany or something?" He was about to launch the table when suddenly his police radio buzzed. It was Officer Plod's voice. "Mr. Messi has been found alive. Report back to station immediately." Fart Head put the table down and said to Bert, "Don't worry, I'm gonna reschedule my tantrum for Wednesday." So Mr. Messi was thrown in the river like an unwanted pet. Mr. Messi sank to the bottom. He found a snorkel placed conveniently next to where he sunk, so he used it and swam. He then found a disguise by the lakeside and crawled out, put on the disguise and strolled back home. The police arrived at Mr. Messi's house. They commented on how much more grotty it looked from when they were last there. They knocked on the door. There was no answer. Fart Head then yells, "Let us in, you fucking poorly drawn pig." After another 20 seconds of silence, Mr. Messi's letter box opened. Mr. Messi then said, "Let me tell my side of the story. You useless fucking pigs." He then explained he couldn't talk much there, but to go to the old abandoned laxative factory a few streets down. As they were walking off, he wished them luck. His letterbox slammed shut. They put a disguise on the police car so they wouldn't be noticed and drove to the factory. They pretended to read newspapers so they wouldn't look suspicious. They searched the factory's halls armed with torches and weapons, when suddenly they heard a noise. The sound came from En and Uzi from murder drones. The pair of idiots both confessed to the attempted murder of Mr. Messi. "Right," yelled Fart Head, "I've heard enough. You clanker bitches are under arrest, and you're gonna be put in the same cell as Jeffrey Dahmer." Just as he was about to cuff them, a voice spoke up. "I don't think so," said the voice. The voice came from Matthew Littlemore. Suddenly, the lights all flickered on, except the one closest to the right in the 3rd row. It revealed Matthew and a pile of drugs and a counterfeiting machine. Fart Head stood in front and yelled, "Why the fuck did you order a hit on poor Mr. Messi?" So he explained. He explained the other evening he was selling drugs to his mate Luz down by the park when Mr. Messi caught them, and he threatened to snitch on them. And the Saturday before that all happened, he explained Mr. Messi had asked for his autograph, which had given Matthew a glimmer of hope that he had fans. When he gave it to Mr. Messi, he replied, "Thanks, I'm gonna wipe my ass with this." After another tense silence endured, suddenly Matthew and his 2 goons hopped into the gas van and legged it. Fart Head and the gang got in the car and followed. There was a full-blown police chase. Guns and everything. Despite being a complete retard, Matthew Littlemore was an okay driver and somehow avoided every bullet. En and Uzi threw sticks of dynamite at the police cars, killing some officers that would only be used for background characters. Fart Head had had enough, so he launched his police baton. The police baton hit him right in the bollocks, he said in pain. Eventually, the chase has ended up near the docks. Matthew beeps his horn like a prat. This scared one of the dock workers who was operating a crane. A box of knock-off cartoon merch slipped from the crane's hook and landed right onto the hood of the van. This caused the van to get launched into the air and forced Matthew and his goons into a sewage barge. "What a load of shit," said En, literally said Uzi. The van sunk to the bottom. Looks like that one gas employee will be getting charged for that. En and Uzi drowned in the sewage. Matthew thought he was safe. He was just about to call Postman Pat for help when a crane ripped open his foreskin and lifted him up. He was caught by Lofty, who took him to Fart Head and 2 random officers. Well, looks like we've finally caught you. Mr. Pube Man, it's the electric chair for you, and no trail," said Fart Head. Fart Head was awarded paid holiday forever and a check for 1 billion quid a month and mansion with rent and bills paid for him out of sheer luck. He was even given a knighthood from the Queen herself. As for Matthew, he was executed in the most painful way because he fucking deserved it. The motherfucking end. Also, big thank you to my good friend the Big Archive, who came up with the idea for this episode. Feel free to check his epic channel out.